After a very long time, I've watched a film that truly boggled my mind, and it's no surprise that it's a Malayalam film. Mostly Malayalam films are quite good. Now, I haven't watched every single Malayalam film out there, but I've definitely seen a fair amount, at least the ones that drop on OTT platforms or get a theatrical release nearby. And I have to say, I end up liking the majority of them. Sambhavam Adhyayam Onnu is exactly that kind of film. It is a science fiction thriller where murders happen, dead bodies are found, and people go missing. There are a lot of questions, some get answered, some don't, and some are intentionally left hanging for part 2. But everything in the film actually makes sense. Look, no film is perfect, and art is subjective, but some things are just objectively wrong or bad. For example, in the opening sequence of this film, the foreign actor, especially the lady, give a terrible performance. It is objectively bad, and I believe we can all agree on that. The performance is so poor that I found myself wondering, did I sit down to watch the wrong movie? But after that initial sequence, there are no further issues with the acting. The rest of the cast does a decent job. Besides, this film is not performance driven, it is concept driven. Its real strength lies in its core concept. It isn't based on an entirely original idea and clearly takes inspiration from quite a few other films. Time travel and time loops aren't new concept anyway, but the execution here is exceptionally good. They have almost completely explained how the time loop works in this universe, how it all started, and how it will eventually end. So conceptually speaking, there isn't much left to explore for a second part. Because of this, I feel like the story could have easily been completed in a single part. It's my belief that for these kind of stories, either a web series format works best to thoroughly explore the lore, or just one tightly paced movie is enough. However, there are certain things I absolutely loved, like the way they built the mystery. It's not like you understand everything right at the beginning. In fact, the mystery takes its sweet time to unfold. Even after answering almost everything, they leave a few lingering questions for the second part. The lore is set up very well in the film, and the concept of the time loop is showcased brilliantly. The way it's shown. When Anand reaches that jungle, it is the exact same day his daughter is born, and he still hasn't met her yet. In the exact same way, 30 years ago, his father also went missing on the exact day Anand was born. His father never got to meet his son either. This beautifully represents the cycle of life, how the wheel of time spins round and round, which perfectly mirrors the time loop within this film. What happened to Anand's father is now happening to Anand himself. The crow shown in the film is inspired by Kakabhushundi. According to Hindu mythology, Kakabhushundi is worshipped in the form of a crow, and it's believed that he possesses the power of time travel and immortality. With the blessings of Lord Rama and Lord Shiva, Kakabhushundi exists outside of linear time. He has watched the Ramayana play out 11 times and Mahabharata 16 times across different cycles of creation, which are called kalpas. Kakabhushundi experiences the cyclical nature of time and the multiverse. The film also mentions that this specific crow possesses the power to control time along with immortality. I really hope this lore is explored much more deeply in the second part, because so far they've only given us a one-line exposition about it. There are some highly interesting scenes in the movie where a character literally looks at their own self. Those scenes are a bit confusing too, but on the flip side, some things are easily predictable. For instance, the girl holding the gun who came to hunt in the jungle, I figured out pretty early on that she would turn out to be Anand's daughter, because just as Anand's father couldn't see Anand, Anand couldn't see his daughter, but inside the jungle Anand ends up meeting his father and in the end, his daughter too. And of course, the ending heavily suggests that the time loop hasn't been broken yet. The film has explained at least this much. Any character inside the jungle can time travel to any era, but they will remain confined to the jungle. That is exactly why they find that suspicious man who eventually dies in the hospital. And whoever travels through time, even if they go 30 years into the future, their age doesn't change. That is why the suspicious man whom Anand and the police find and take to the hospital went missing 30 years ago, yet his physical age remains exactly the same today. Meanwhile, his wife has grown into a 56-year-old woman. Because he stepped into the present time and left the jungle, his body couldn't survive. The film's cinematography is very good. The colors are quite saturated, making the jungle feel incredibly alive. Our main character Anand is made to wear a red shirt. Since the jungle is primarily green, red pops really well against that backdrop. Colors like red and blue have been used very effectively in the actors' clothing. They stand out clearly in the green jungle, or you could say they really pop. So yeah, the film is good, the concept is strong and the visuals are great. There are a few flaws here and there, but it still works and is definitely worth watching. So from my side, this film is highly recommended. If you like this video, please give it a like, be sure to share it with your friends, and yes, to watch more videos like this, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.